It's really frustrating. I found out just 10 minutes ago that Salem couldn't make it. This logic is like a built-in what we need to pull off isn't exactly child's play. But then the buyer suddenly spotted the patterns on Carl's boots. Hello, fashion faux pas. Don't move or it'll knock you down. What a surprise. It'll definitely blow your mind. And nobody wants to end up on the dinner plate of the big cat this afternoon, and of course, we don't want it to find out. So we need to stay focused and avoid a major mishap. Can we do this? I get it, just grab the cash. I can't believe this buyer is a total amateur. So what if you're an amateur? When real power shows up, everyone has to behave, and soon the other side had only one. The young guy saw everyone else go poof and immediately started shooting while bolting for the bushes, with Carl right on his tail like a hawk. With just one shot, the fleeing youngster was brought down. The whole situation unfolded exactly as we had planned. It's just like being the protagonist in a movie. All eyes are like a game. You do your thing, I do mine. Smart kid, with me around, it's all good. The young guy, this deal was like finding money on the street. They wrapped it up in a rather unique way. The car broke down because of the beating it took, so Carl had to call his brother-in-law for a lift. No backup plan this time. Back home, Carl knew he couldn't conceal it, so confessed his secret with Wildcat, a hilarious moment. Although the brother-in-law was a bit hesitant, he had no better options left. So he reminded Carl, what if Wildcat isn't trustworthy? Subtitles, as expected. Carl had made thorough preparation. On a sunny afternoon, he called the deputy sheriff to the outskirts woods, ready to set free his evidence. What a real witness party it was. He had to say, just don't give him all my money, like a real-life version of Monopoly. Clearly, Carl wanted Wildcat to disappear for good, and just like that, they happily struck a deal. Later that night. The deputy called Jack to seal the partnership. But just as Carl was on the phone with the deputy, Wildcat's goons knocked on his door inviting him to a villain party. As soon as he walked in, Carl realized it was a who's who of infamous drug dealers, a secret gathering of the Bad Guy Club. As they indulged in the lavish feast, a man entered with a white-clothed figure like magic. The crowd gasped as the unveiling revealed it was the deputy sheriff. Talk about a plot twist. Pure adrenaline. Seeing this, Carl felt the world crumbling around him. This is our line of work, and they dragged him here like a villain. There is a picture of you in there, man. That guy is definitely a trouble. They have a way of making you do this. Things are looking a bit grim. After the laughter, they wheeled out a metal cart full of interesting tools. What a scary DIY toolkit. Wildcat told his goons to mix and match, and then two of them lifted a wolf's head from a plate. Talk about bone-chilling. This scene made even the hardened dealers cringe, but Wildcat wasn't planning on letting him off easy. Carl couldn't take it anymore and stepped forward. We're all fed up with the show. Hope y'all let the deputy go. You've all hit the limit. This situation had reached a boiling point so dramatic. This woman is ruthless. Carl had hoped to save the deputy sheriff, but plans went sideways. He told Wildcat he had finished the 3 tasks he was given, time to log off the game. What a player. I'm saying this can wrap up. Then your daughter might be the fun part. Let your drunk bro take the fall, and your sister's bones will be included to talk about a lively test run. Sounds like a pub tale. You actually gave birth to me. Such down-to-earth banter. Clearly, this female villain wants to use Carl's brother-in-law and niece as leverage, but Carl was totally stuck. The next morning, as Wildcat got out of bed, his goons burst into his room. They had cracked the deputy sheriff's phone. What a plot twist. What do you want me to do with this? This woman delivered this line with such impeccable precision, perfectly embodying the essence of a character straight out of a script. She truly deserves praise as a professional actor interpreting a scripted role. Subtitles. These two were partners. He even gave the deputy info on Wildcat jaw-dropping. For money, this lady tossed justice and fairness out the window, a hilarious betrayal plot. Meanwhile, Colin trusted Lucy to Old White because what he had planned was super dangerous. He didn't want Lucy to worry. Old White knew Carl, so agreed readily. Carl had a trick like a villain's scheme. He set his sights on the two most active henchmen near Wildcat once they popped. It was a classic ambush move. Carl jumped out, gun in hand, and took one out, but the other dude saw the danger and slammed the gas pedal to escape. Carl got knocked silly, and when he came to, both guys had vanished into thin air, so frustrating. Just as he was about to start the car, he realized his keys had dropped at the scene of the scuffle. Talk about being stuck. Having no other option, Carl had to make the decision to leave first, and then Wildcat arrived at the scene of the police station. What a truly classic cat and mouse game. Time's Earl. Lucy, hiding in the ceiling, heard Old White getting hit and bravely dashed down. What a smart and courageous girl. That's a clever girl. She just saved you. Tell Carl that Old White is willing to trade with the girl. Shortly after, Carl arrived at Old White's to see him tinkering with weapons. It was like the weapons master throwing a party. Seeing Old White sporting bruises, Carl realized things were definitely not good.